Welcome back, family, to Northside LDN. Caramba. Today we've got more Arsenal transfer news. Semenyo to Arsenal. Before we get into all of that, we've got a great panel once again. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. The links are in the title. Tops, what you saying, my guy? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on again, back on the channel. And yeah, I'm all good, bro. Sun shining, no Arsenal to stress me out, all of that good stuff. So yeah, brother, you know what time it is already. Yeah, good to be here and chat to you guys, man. So yeah, big yourself up as well.
Nah, big up every time, man. Like I said, Tops' channel is in the title. Make sure you're liking and subscribing and supporting all the guests that jump onto the channel and give up their time. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're doing all of that. So big up to Tops. Devante, bro, you look tuned up, man. Man's got the Knicks on. He's like, yo, Ajax, Arsenal, forget it, bro. I don't care. I'm logged out, bro. What you saying?
I'm good, man. I'm not going to talk about the Knicks. The Knicks disappointed me this season, but yeah, we good over here, bro. Just chilling back. Happy to be back on the channel, you know. I'm just glad the season's over.
I hear it, man. I hear it, bro. But let's get straight into it. Semenyo to Arsenal. Who wants to take the reins, bro? Because that's apparently the new links. Now we're not getting them Buemo. We're just giving up on that. We're just giving up. Semenyo.
Yo, I'll take it, man. You know what? I'm massively underwhelmed with this link, you know, on Northside. Like, for me, I've been going from the heights of heights to seeing Rodrigo. These are the kind of names I want to be seeing, man. These top tier wingers, bro. So to go from him to now, like you said, Mbuemo, Konya, we ain't getting any of them, to now go to Semenyo. Listen, he's a decent player, and I'm not saying he's not better than Martinelli, because he probably is. But for me, like, I just feel like the front line is so stale. We need some superstars in that front line. And I don't like the fact that Arsenal are kind of trying to penny pinch when it comes to those kind of attacking areas. But then when it comes to the defense, we spent 50 on Ben White. We spent 45 on Calafiori. We spent a lot of money on defenders. But when it comes to that front line, I'm hearing the likes of Sane being linked, Semenyo. And it's like, bro, go out and get a £80 million left winger. That's what we need. That's what we need to freshen up the lineup. When we sign a player, there has to be no doubt that they're better than Trossard and Martinelli. And at the minute, you probably say Semenyo. Some people might even say Trossard and Martinelli might be better than Semenyo, depending on who you ask. But with Rodrigo, everyone would be obviously in unison saying this is the player that's better than what we've got right now. And yeah, for me, bro, I just don't like it, man. I don't like how I'm watching other players and other teams do their business, players going here, there, and everywhere. And I'm just seeing Arsenal just kind of sitting on their heels, even though it's early. But we hear this every year. I get this every year, Northside. It's early. Don't worry. The window just started. Oh, the season started. Don't worry. We're going to do something. Oh, deadline days next week. Don't worry. We got something. It's a madness and all that kind of stuff. And then we get to the day and we get Sterling on loan. And that's the window done. So, yeah, man, you cannot fool me. Yo, I've been here before. You get me? So I know what time it is, bro. So, yeah, man, I can't lie. I'm a bit underwhelmed with the link. If I'm being honest, I want a top left wing. I know the market's not amazing, but bro, you're Arsenal, man. We should be able to pull something out the bag that will get obviously the fans excited. So yeah, man, underwhelmed, bro. But we'll see if it actually even happens. Because to me, I didn't even know if we were going to even get a left winger. To be honest with you, I know all the focus has been on like a striker, but it sounds like Arteta's happy with Martinelli and Trossard to stay for another season, man, which means we ain't going to get left winger. So, yeah, man, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that, bro. But, yeah, underwhelming for me, man.
No, I hear that. Listen, there's nothing you said that I can really argue with. I hear it, bro. It just seemed like it's on repeat. Like, it seems like we're on a loop. Every single transfer window on the same loop. You know what I mean? You're an absolute facts as well, yeah? They always tell us, don't panic. And then we panic to try and get Douglas Luiz. We panic to try and get a flipping wing and got Sterling. You know what I mean? We panic to get a striker, got Havertz, instead of getting a clinical striker. Like, they always tell us, don't panic, and yet we're always left underwhelmed. It's crazy, bro. So, absolute facts, man. Devante, what you saying, man? You believing in Semenyo?
How we go from Rodrigo to Semenyo, man? We might as well get Mika Holt from Ajax. Like, I swear to God, like I'm not saying that Semenyo's bad. He's not a bad player, but he's also not a player that takes you to the next level. He at Bournemouth, that's his level. Bournemouth, he should stay there, and like he's mid-table. That's what I mean. Like, we just don't want to pay the money for Rodrigo. Because at least Rodrigo, you know what you're going to get. Quality at least. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best wingers in the world. Whether you rate him or not rate him, I think Rodrigo gets you something. Semenyo, people fell for the okie doke because this guy had a little purple patch, right? Somewhere December or January, where Bournemouth was really like on fire. But if you want to get a player from Bournemouth, right? Dean Heiss is already to Real Madrid, so you're not going to get him anymore. Get Justin Clifford, proven player, very talented, and can play on the wings and on the 10. The best player from Bournemouth. So if you want to shop at Bournemouth, why don't you go for their best player, Justin Clifford? Semenyo, man, that's such a downgrade. Then we might as well just like stick to Martinelli and Trossard on the wings because it's the same type of level. It's the same type of level. With Semenyo, bro. Oh, somebody mentioned Brian Broby. Oh my fucking god! Don't even talk. He's a striker, but we'll get to that later. But oh my lord, man, Semenyo. How do we go from Rodrigo to Semenyo, man? This club is so greedy. They want to pay all the money for Sesko, which is probably 93 million, but they don't want to pay the money for Rodrigo. Rodrigo is, he's way better than Sesko or Semenyo combined, to me. Some people might say no, but to me, it's way better than getting a Sesko or Semenyo. But of course, typical Arsenal, they don't want to spend the money. They just want to spend the money for one guy. This is Sesko, and the rest is going to be mid. It's going to be very mid. I'm once again disappointed.
No, I hear that, bro, because I just look at it like this. Like, when we started this process and project, we were always told, North side, we're getting Willian, we're getting Fabi Vieira and all these kind of players because we're still building, and we need to wait for Champions League football, which we currently have. Finances to be better, which they currently are. We've got 300 M's that we can comfortably spend. A load of players that we need to offload. They told us that big players are going to come once we get into the big boys and we start contending. We'll get the final pieces. Well, we're currently now at the final piece. He must win a major honor. He cannot remain here past next season. Shouldn't even be remaining here past this season. But he could not remain here past next season without winning a major honor. Now, how does it go to, we're going to get world-class players? Is this the world-class players that we've been excited for? Is this the players that we've been waiting all this time to go and get? I've said it before. For me, the fact that we couldn't get Mbeumo over the line just shows that this project isn't as valued by top players as this fan base make it seem. Rafinha didn't want to come here. Isak didn't want to come here. Buendia didn't want to come here. Do you know what I'm saying? Zubimendi's messing us around to try and get a big deal to probably move to one of the big boys in Spain. That's probably what he's trying to do. He's trying to manipulate us with his agent and trying to say, do you know what? I'm just going to keep stringing Arsenal along, stringing them along. Use that interest to try and say, yo, Barca, Madrid, you want to activate anything? Atleti, you want to activate anything? That's all it is. And we get strung along every single time. This is not good enough. Why is it that we go into the market? We always enter the market not knowing what players are interested to come to this football club, how much they want as weekly wages, what is the club comfortable in selling the player for. We don't do our research. This is why every time we've got a target, pick any target that we've got this window, whether it's Gyokeres, whether it's Sesko, the deal was always fumbling over the player wants certain wages. The player isn't convinced. The players is, why do we not know where we stand with these players? Why? Surely you'd be doing your homework. Surely you at least know how much the player wants. So you're like, okay, is the player even interested? Because I'm not going to make an offer to the club and the player's like, who said I want to move to Arsenal? Do you know what I'm saying? So we know that these clubs like to save face, Cool, you want to save face. But the best way to save face is already know where you stand on these deals before the window even opens. Then cool. Players may change their mind. Other teams may come in for those players. Cool. We understand things can happen in a transfer window. It's not only Arsenal looking at these players, right? So cool. And maybe a team may not, maybe a team that was looking to get another winger or getting a lookman now say, oh, do you know what? Let's go get Mbeumo now. Do you know what I mean? We missed out on that target. Okay, cool. Why is it that we find it so hard to pivot and go get other players and identify other players? We just look so blind in the market. We don't know what is the best players to go for. We don't understand what they want. We don't understand what the club wants. We don't understand how to use leverage. We don't even know how to leverage. People say trust the process and get behind the club. Why is it that we're not leveraging the fact that we've come second 3 times? Now, I know it's not a trophy, but if the project's so great and we're just, we're so close to going to that next step, surely you can leverage that and say, listen, the club has been consistently in the Champions League. We're paying big wages. We've got very close to winning a major honor. We've been in league titles. Why are we not leveraging this? Because I'm seeing Brighton and Brentford, they're having no issue to get their signings over the line. They're making 2 signings. Liverpool going there, getting Gyokeres, getting Frimpong. You know what I'm saying? They're getting their signings over the line. Man City, they've fallen off. They're getting their signings over the line. How are players here convinced to go to those clubs but not us? You know why? Because ultimately, nothing. There's 2 things: track record and recent trophies. And those are the 2 things we don't have. Our track record in the last couple of years, in the last 20 odd years, is we're a club that we can get nearly, but we never get over the line. We don't do everything to get over the line. And the trophies, where are the trophies? Where are the trophies? We have no pull in the manager. And it's still unclear who's the one actually in control of the transfer. And once again, and the last thing, and I'm going to let you guys go on this point. Why, once again, are we linked to another player that we've been consistently linked to before Berta getting here? We have been linked to Semenyo months before. The last 2-3 transfer windows, we've been linked to Semenyo. Berta comes in and we're linked to the same player. Now, this could all be rumors. But the problem is, when we're not seeing movement, we're looking at the rumors and thinking, okay, well, there must be some truth behind this because we're not seeing any movement. The best way to dead the rumors, start getting the players in. Then you start deading off the rumors. Once we start identifying the right players, all you need to do is identify the right one. As soon as you get Gyokeres through the door, all of a sudden we're like, okay, do you know what? Yeah, maybe things could be different. Because we're getting a striker that most of us want. We're moving quickly in the market. We're like, do you know what? Yeah. Let me not criticize too much. Let me see what else he does. Maybe Berta is at the wheel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're not seeing anything. And we're seeing the same old links. And we're still seeing the same hurdles today, which we'll get onto as well. Gyokeres, the wages now being an issue. And how do we not know 3 transfer windows linked to this guy? We still don't know how much the player wants a week. And if we do know how much he wants, then why are we willing to pay it? And if we're not willing to pay it, then why have we not moved on and went and got the next, striker plan B? What? I don't know, man. What are you guys? Anyone?
Yeah, I agree with you, Northside, man. Like, I don't understand why we're taking so long to even, like you said, get these deals over the line. Like, for me, we obviously all know as Arsenal fans, we've underachieved in the last 3 windows. Like, we have not done what was being required in these last 3 windows. So for me, in this window, we need to overachieve. We need to be on the front foot from the minute go. We need to be seeing some mega signings, some mega signings coming through the door as soon as possible. Because like you said, all the same players are going obviously to the same teams. Man United need a striker, Liverpool want a striker, Chelsea want a striker, we need a striker. So obviously the pool's not that big anyway. So we need to get a move on because again, we could have got the likes of Cunha, he's gone to Man United, and Buemo, he's gone to Man United. So we're running out of options. And this is what happened last year because when we were dilly-dallying and not sure what we are going to do and we didn't have these kind of things in place, we ended up with Sterling because there was literally no one else left in the last day of the window. So for me, we need to make sure we don't do that mistake again. I don't understand why we're going through the same kind of patterns. Like you said, Northside, we're linked with the same players. We've been linked with for like 2-3 seasons. Like, and we've still not got it. I'm hearing Nico Williams again. Oh, how many more windows? This guy don't want to come to us. Yeah, let's just get it right. He don't want to leave. He don't want to leave Spain. He wants to stay in Spain. He's either going to Barcelona or staying at Bilbao. He ain't coming to Arsenal. Like, can we just drop the links already? It's jarring, honestly. Like every summer we're linked with this guy, and his wages keep going up and up. It's a madness. So yeah, bro, I'm just sick of the same old players. And the thing is, we don't even get the players we're linked with. That's the thing. It's going to be next year. If we don't get striker this year, God forbid, next year we're going to be linked with Sesko again. And it's like, it's just the same old, around we go. So yeah, man, I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired, honestly. Just get the signings in and then we can move forward. Like, at the end of the day, we as a fan base know we need to strengthen that attack. It's so stale. It's unbelievable. We've had the same front line for the last 2 seasons in a row. I don't want to see first day of the season, Havertz, Saka, Martinelli. I don't want to see that. I don't know about you guys. I don't want to see that, yeah? That has to be shit. That has to be revamped, the whole thing. Apart from Saka, I want 2 fresh faces. First game of the season, bro. No excuses. We've got enough time. It's the start of June. The season starts the start of August. We know what we need to get as well. We've got money. We've not spent hardly anything in the last 3 windows combined. So that's not an excuse. Bro, we should be at it. Like you were saying, Northside, like the fact that we're still linked with the same kind of players and we're not delivering on those kind of players is not good enough, man. It's just not. And the fan base, they need to pick me up. We've had an atrocious season. We've been knocked out by Man United, the worst Man United team in the FA Cup. We got battered by Newcastle in the League Cup. We got beat comfortably home and away by PSG in the Champions League. We're embarrassing in the league in terms of not actually challenging, finishing, 15 points behind Liverpool, whatever it was. Bro, it was crazy, man. Like, we as a fan base need a pick-me-up. So even one signing, one kind of forward signing would help everyone here to think, you know what, we can be a little bit excited, a little bit. At least we get to see a new player in the front line and not Havertz again or Martinelli again or Trossard again. So that's the key thing for me. And bro, these guys need to get a move on, man. Like, the window obviously just opened, but bro, I'm seeing players go here, there, and everywhere. Man City getting 2-3 players already. Liverpool getting mad signings as well. Man United, 15th place. Man United getting 2 attackers that got 20 goals and 15 league goals each. So, yeah, there's no time to ramp in, man. We need to get on it, bro. On it, like a car bonnet. So, yeah, for me, I need to see what this club does because I can't get fully invested in next season because I know what's going to happen if we don't get any kind of forward players. It's just going to be the same old drizzle. And even if we do get players, obviously we all know what obviously our thoughts about the manager is. So there's no guarantee we're going to improve anyway with the players. So yeah, man, I just want a different strategy going into this transfer window, more signings, more attacking signings because we've not had hardly anything in the last 2-3 seasons. And yeah, we need to go from there. But you also need to pull their finger out. I can't even lie, bro, because yeah, at the minute it's embarrassing. I'll be real. It's very embarrassing, man.
Man, I can tell you why we're still linked to the same players. It's because I feel like this window is still Arteta that's going to do the signings. So basically, Berta is here for the position to be the sporting director, and then that position is now filled in. So he's here now. But I still feel like the Cronkies and them said, like, you know what, Arteta, we got Berta now, but you can still do this summer. And then from there on, Berta, after that, is going to do all the transfers from now on. But to me, that's dangerous because Arteta is on thin ice. Let's be honest. He is on thin ice. The fan base cannot, the patience is low. Say what you want about the top gooners and all. Like, sooner or later, if Arsenal are going to be on a bad streak again, it's going to be civil war sadness at the Emirates. It's been already like a civil war going on, like slowly but surely. It's cooking, and it's gonna blow up soon because like I said, he is on thin ice. If he only gets like one player over the line, right? Like, of course, it's going to be Sesko. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be Sesko, and for the rest, probably only a goalkeeper, and that's probably it. But no midfielder. Because I said it yesterday on the stream as well. Outside from Subamendi, I've seen no midfield links. You tell me who was linked with us after Subamendi is in the midfield. It's either Subamendi or Partey going to extend his contract. If that's not the case, then there's no extra midfielder coming in. No 10, no 6, or an 8. So it's still going to be with the same players. Jorginho probably leaving. So Jorginho might not be here next season. That to me shows that this club has no ambition. You're talking about why we cannot get a Rodrigo and stuff over the line because this club is all talk, but they can't do the walking when it's time to do the walking. Because if you have ambition, you'll get these players over the line. If you talk to a Rodrigo and you show off what your plans are, if the plans are solid, he'll come. How can a Wenger still pull an Ozil and Alexis Sanchez at his baddest? Not Wenger, prime Wenger. Wenger past his prime. He still could bring in an Alexis Sanchez and a Mesut Ozil. Those were world-class players back in the day. He was still able to bring them to the Emirates. How can the so-called super-duper Mick, the second best manager in the world, he cannot bring a Rodrigo in? Rodrigo, who was third fiddle now to Mbappe and Vinicius. You think Rodrigo still want to play third fiddle to them? Well, actually, you might say fourth fiddle because Bellingham as well. He want to go. But if you cannot sell your plan to him, your ambitions, if your ambitions is just, oh yeah, we just want to be second in the Champions League, Rodrigo like, fuck that. I might as well go to Inter or something or Bayern. You're like, fuck that. Why would I go to the Emirates? Because they don't got no ambition to do anything. To just, okay, we're going to be in the Champions League, we're going to make money, this and that. But we might contend here and there, but we cannot guarantee you trophies. Rodrigo don't want that shit. He won Champions Leagues. He won titles. Why would he settle for less now? Absolutely not. If he comes, then maybe for the money. But that is a problem because one guy, Kai Havertz, Arsenal is now living and dying by Havertz. You live by the Havertz, you die by the Havertz. Because that's the issue. Since we got him and the wages that we have him on, you have to work your way around that because the wages, one, and two, this manager likes to shoehorn him into the lineup. That's why he wants Sesko so bad. Because Sesko, he just wants to come. He don't mind if he plays or not. And if he plays, I feel like Arteta is going to shoehorn him into the left wing for Martinelli. He's going to do some stupid stuff like that, and then wonder why it don't work. Oh, Sesko is playing bad at left because he's not a winger. He's a striker, and not a good one. He's got potential, but he's not ready yet. We need a ready-made striker. Gyokeres is supposed to be that guy for us now, or even the Osimhen. But Kai Havertz, that's the problem. As long as Kai Havertz is here, you're not going to get those guys, those ready-made strikers. You're going to get the Seskos or Evan Ferguson. I don't know if we linked to him again, but that was also the guy that was supposed to come. And so we strikers like that. That's the problem. That's the issue.
No, but I hear it. I hear it. But I want to go to Omar. Omar, with Arsenal being linked to Semenyo. Before you have your thoughts, bro, I'm just going to quickly say this. Semenyo playing at a Bournemouth team that attack well. They're an attacker-minded team that go forward. Arsenal don't play like that. He's got 37 appearances in the Prem, 11 goals, 6 assists. I don't even think he hits that at Arsenal. On the left-hand side, Trossard a lot of the times doesn't get a lot of service. Semenyo, for me, isn't the most techie player. He's not the most clinical player. Do you know what I'm saying? And most of it's going to go down Saka's side when Saka's fit. It's going to go down the right-hand side. Odegaard ain't going to be looking to provide service to Semenyo. When Semenyo facing low blocks, I don't think this guy is ultra skillful. I think he's a decent player. I think he's a player that when he's got space in behind, he can be effective. But once again, we've already got Martinelli that can do that. He's not doing anything that Martinelli can't do. He's not putting up any numbers that Martinelli can't do. So I don't really see the upgrade. He's not really bringing anything that we don't currently have from our current left wingers. I think the system got a lot more at Semenyo. I think he's a decent player, nothing more, nothing less. I don't think he's someone that raises the bar, somebody that says, okay, do you know what? We're a threat on either side. And for too long, we've been only a threat down our right-hand side. So that's my thoughts on Semenyo, bro. What's your thoughts on Semenyo to Arsenal, bro?
I mean, it's just a generic Arteta link. Let's be real. It's really that. Like, you know what it is? If I'm gonna be 100% with you, Northside, this just for me stinks of your manager's cowardice. That's what it is, right? Your manager doesn't like players that can challenge him. And if you want a squad and if you want a team that wins, you need to have players with an ego to want to win. And players that want to win, they don't care, man. They have that aura about them. They have that ego about them. You understand what I mean, right? This manager that you have right now, being linked to players like Sesko, Semenyo, all these guys, right? Not being linked to play, forgetting the what's the name? Players like Gyokeres and all these guys who can actually potentially help you win trophies, right? Almost guarantee you because they have shown that they can get it done, right? I'm sorry, a guy like Semenyo plays for Bournemouth. What is everyone just expecting him to just come to Arsenal and out of nowhere Arsenal is just going to go straight to the top? Maybe he could, but this is the thing. There's nothing that he's shown to show you that he's going to take you guys to the next level. All right, let's be real here, and that is the problem with your club, isn't it? Right? It's another one of these generic Arsenal signings where it's going to be like, give him time, give him time, give him time, give him time, give him time. Bro, we've been here before. We've been here before with these kind of links. A player like Gyokeres, if he signs, everyone's going to be looking at him and say, well, we remember you at Sporting. We remember you in the Champions League. Well, guess what, bro? Put those goals in. We want to see it now. Right? But with Semenyo, you don't know how well he's gonna play.
Mm.
And this is what I mean. See, it's the same old thing with Arsenal under this manager. It's the same old thing, right? Sign players that have potential, and if they don't make it their first season, they need time. This is the thing. This is my problem. This is why a lot of these Arsenal fans, they always give this manager, they always give this manager all the excuses in the world, and he's the one that lays down the excuses for players like this, right? So that some of the fans can sit there and say, but you know, Semenyo, this is his first season. He's never played in a club like Arsenal. He's never played Champions League football. We have to give him time so that he can adapt. It's the same thing. Like it's ridiculous. And I said it. It smells of your manager's cowardice because your manager hates pressure. Firstly, he doesn't like players with egos. Because to win, you need to have egos, right? Look at my team, the team that just won the domestic treble. Look at the players I have, the core players. You think a guy like Arteta would be able to handle Lewandowski? Lewandowski has won more trophies than this guy has ever seen in his life, right? If he tries to basically try to out-coach him or try to coach him on how to be a striker, Lewandowski is going to look at him like, brother, do you know who I am? Do you feel me? And that is what he wants, bro. He doesn't want to play. He doesn't want people that can actually say, yo, with all due respect, I know what I'm doing. He wants to literally coach every single this shred of these players' performances out of them. And that for me, and this is the thing. Yeah, I might have worked with Pep to some certain point. But here's the thing, right? Most managers, 99.99999% of managers out there understand that if we want to win, especially to a club of Arsenal's level, we need to accept that we need to bring players with egos because those players are going to bring something to the locker room. Who's going to listen to Odegaard? Who's going to listen to players like flipping Havertz, man? Like, this is the point that I'm trying to make here. This is Arsenal Football Club. Your aspirations are to win trophies. Do you think that if you go trophyless next season, that any of your star players are going to stay? You think Saliba is going to stay another year on this project that has shown 0 trophies in 3 seasons that he's been here? When a club like Real Madrid are literally sitting there dialing in trophies like this, they're like, yo, you really want to stay there and trust the process, and you want to come here and win Champions Leagues and win league titles and actually challenge for trophies, knowing that you're almost guaranteed to win those trophies. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's the same old thing. This is why when I heard the Semenyo thing, Sesko thing, I'm like, wow, it's again and again. We are back again with the same thing with your club, right? You've got Nico Williams, like you mentioned, right? Nico Williams is right there, available. Gyokeres is right there, available. You've got these guys right there. These teams want to sell, but nah, we don't want to spend 200k on a Gyokeres. But you want to put that same money for Odegaard? Okay. All right, no problem. You wanna sit there. You wanna sit there and spend money on a Bournemouth midfielder over a European champion, a guy who scored in a European Cup final. That guy, Nico Williams. All right, cool. No problem. Keep doing your thing, man. It's the same old thing with this club of yours, no side. And I'm sorry, bro.
It's boring. It's just boring.
The links speak for themselves, don't they? You've already see how the next season is gonna go, because the links have already shown you what kind of season you should expect next season.
Facts. You know what I mean? We're trying to, bro. This club is trying to bring in Sesko. That this manager has to win this season to keep his job. So you're banking on Sesko that scored 13 Bundesliga goals. That you're all of a sudden first season in the Prem has to hit the ground running. Then you need to be getting the most out of Semenyo, if not more, playing a defensive style of football. Make this make sense. Potentially Partey, we're not going to re-sign Partey. We're in talks, whatever. The power's is with the player. He's out of contract end of the month. It's with the player. He demands what he wants.
Barcelona are lurking.
Even if we keep him, he's gonna be saying, well, do you know what? I want a major signing on fee. I want my wages to go up in it because you man are desperate. You think Partey and his agent ain't sitting there saying, hold on, these man ain't got the Zubimendi deal over the line. They need me, you know. They need me. So do you know what? Price has gone up, filo da puta. Price has gone up. Yeah? Yeah, I'm saying yesterday's price is not today's price. Big up to my boy Pusha T. You get me? Give me 300K, bro. I ain't staying, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't gonna give me the peas, yeah, bun you, man. I'm going Saudi anyway. Them man love me anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he's got options because Barcelona have been talking to Partey's agent, and so have Saudi. Bro, this guy has an opportunity to leave Arsenal to go to Barcelona, who are currently domestic treble winners and trying to basically build a team that can win us the Champions League next season. You just mentioned it. He has options, man. The guy has options.
Would you not say that? If you was his agent, would you not say, yo, party, yo, chill. Look at these.
Bro, you will
chill. Where we going? We're going on holiday, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yacht parties and that. You get me? We're chilling, bro. We're gonna go spring break, man. Yo, we're going spring break. Yo, these man are panicking. Look at these man. Wait. Let the fan base apply pressure. There's not enough pressure yet. Let the fan base apply pressure. You get me? Let Zubimendi make the move. Then we go in with the we want the bag. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. No, you man don't want it? All right, cool. We're off. You know what I'm saying? We're going. Because either way, man's getting the bag. He's not going for anything. Man's going to be a free agent, you get me? So he's definitely getting a deal. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely getting a big sign-on bonus. And he's definitely getting the wages that he wants. It don't matter that he's 31. He's still performing at a high level. That's the point. This isn't a player that's over the hill. This ain't a player that you're looking at and thinking, yo, like, do you know what I'm saying? For example, KDB that no longer can perform in the Premier League week in, week out. Partey performs consistently. So the conversation is different. This ain't the same conversation from a player that's washed right now. You get me? And if he doesn't get the Saudi bag, he's going to go get the MLS bag. You know what I'm saying? He might, you know what? Let me do a Higuain. Let me go do a Messi, innit? Let me go get that bag. You know what I mean? He might want that bag. So this is the problem that we're in, bro. I'm hearing, you know, Fabregas to Inter, bro. Yo, tops. What are you saying, bro? Why don't Inter want Super Duper Mick, bro? Because it's Mick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's hear it.
This is what I'm thinking, bro, because he's the best manager in the world, isn't it? No one can do better than Super Duper Mick. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? He should be getting offers here, there, and everywhere. You get it? So, you know what it is? I just feel like with Arteta, man, there's a lot of PR that goes on into obviously what he's been obviously doing the last 2 or 3 years. A lot of projects, a lot of process, all the black kind of buzzwords to try and justify not actually winning real silverware, real trophies. And I feel like this season, man, even a lot of people that are Arteta in, even they're saying, you know what, he's got to win something, man. And when they're saying it, and they're the ones that will fight you tooth and nail to say this guy's the best manager in the world, no one can do better, look where he's like took us from, etc., etc. And when they're starting to turn, that's when you know the job he's not doing is not good enough, because they would normally defend him hook, line, and sinker. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, for me, with the whole Inter thing and obviously Fabregas, bro, they want someone that actually is obviously on the progression, on the rise, on the up. Arteta, he was stagnant last season, bro. Like, let's be real. Like, we were so far behind in the league. It was embarrassing. Like I said, 10 plus points behind Liverpool. Liverpool were on the beach for the last month or so because they had the league wrapped up. Do you understand? Like, the FA Cup getting knocked out by the worst Man United team in my lifetime with 10 men at home. Shocking stuff. And yeah, we got through to the Champions League semi-final. Fair play. But again, in those 2 legs, outclassed, outplayed, outfought, everything you want to say. And we got beat in both of the home game and the away game, man. So, yeah, man, for me, Mikel Arteta is not as good as people think he is. At the end of the day, it's about trophies, man. You've got to pick up silverware. You can't go half a decade at a club like Arsenal without winning anything. It's crazy, especially with the amount of money he spent. Like, that's not a fair assessment to make. If someone wants to get rid of him and say, you know what? Look what he's not done. He's not delivered us any silverware. I've had to watch the likes of Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Man United, Spurs pick up trophies when my team is doing nothing, nada. It's crazy. Like, what are we doing here? Like, when you actually think about it and deep it, bro, like, this guy shouldn't even be here this season. Let's be honest. Like, he's had enough chances. He's had enough money. He's got all these players. Like, what more other excuses can there be? Everyone talks about injuries. We didn't have any injuries last year, and we didn't win anything. I'm not even on about the league. We didn't win anything. We didn't win no cups, nothing. So, for me, man, like, you can't just keep making excuses for the guy. It just changes every year. People that say, oh, give him till next season. This season, give him till next season. Next season, give him till next season. Like, it's just like a horror film that doesn't end. It just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. And I don't understand the massive equity he's got, because Arsene Wenger, we wanted this guy out, and he won the Invincibles, he won doubles, he won 3 FA Cups in 5 years, and we wanted this guy gone. So why is it not the same energy with this guy who's won one FA Cup, no league titles, no doubles, no nothing? Like, I don't understand. There's not the same energy with these two different managers, man. So for me, bro, I just feel like we need to get someone that's ready-made, willing, and already won a league title somewhere else, knows how to win trophies, knows how to get players over the line, because there's no coincidence that there's been a mental block between us getting to semi-finals and not getting to finals, because the pressure is on. You know you've got to perform in these 2 games or you're not winning anything. You know if you don't perform, you're out of the cup and there's no trophies, and we always falter. Like, we've got a team better to beat Newcastle. I don't care what anyone says. We finished above them. We should be beating Newcastle over 2 games. We shouldn't be losing 4-0. 4-0 on aggregate, not scoring 1 goal. That's pressure. That's from the manager. That's not him not knowing what to say to the players, because, again, he's not accustomed to winning regular trophies on a regular basis. That 1 FA Cup that wasn't even in his team. That was Emery's team. So for me, man, we just need someone with a bit more experience, someone that knows what he needs to do, and someone that doesn't have kind of like the arrogance of thinking he's going to be here next season. Why are you saving transfer markets like you're guaranteed to be here couple of seasons? Bro, you need to win now yourself. Like, what is this sense of arrogance? No other manager. Even look at Pep, for example. Pep is going tooth and leather. Look how much he's done for Manchester City. He's going tooth and leather to get every kind of top signing he can this summer, because even with all the credit in the bank, last season wasn't acceptable for them. And they got to a final, by the way, and they finished 3rd, only a place behind us. And they're trying to strengthen their team as much as they can. We are just sitting on our laurels. We've had an even worse season, because at least they've got Champions League and a treble and all these league titles to fall back on. We've not won anything in 5 years, so we should be doing the most out of us, Liverpool and Man City, and we're doing the least at the minute. So you've got to look at that. You've got to look at the manager. You've got to look at obviously the ownership as well. But as all the fan base as a whole, man, we need to just up the levels, up the standards, and just say, you know what?
And that is the biggest problem with your team, isn't it? Your club, Dubs? Because this is the thing with Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
I've always said it, right? Arsenal's biggest enemies. You guys are your biggest enemies because you have fans who accept this. They actually accept. Like, I've said this before. Name any big club that would sit there, go 5 years without a trophy, and still, I don't care what the manager's done. Don't talk to me about title challenges. Don't talk to me about Champions League football. What is this? This being in a title race and being in the championship should be the bare minimum for a club like Arsenal. Why is it that your fans now have gone to a point now where you wanted Wenger out for finishing top 4 and winning your FA Cups, not helping you challenge for leagues, to now, oh, we're in the Champions League. Oh, we're one of the best. Bro, this is why I'm telling you, man. You guys have it's your fans who've turned your club into a joke. I'm being dead serious. It's your fans that have turned your club into a joke. Because I've said this before. Why is it that Arsenal fans having standards is a problem? This is Arsenal Football Club, who are the 3rd most successful team in England. Now, why is it all of us? Why is it that these fans are afraid to come out and say, listen, man, why is it that we can't have standards? Why is it that as an Arsenal fan, I can't sit there and say, I don't want to challenge for leagues anymore. I want to win trophies now. Because I've been waiting 5 years for a trophy. But take your time. We got to take our time. Bro, I just said, I'm like, bro, this is what I mean. See, a guy like me, I can never relate.
They're scared of
like,
failure.
no matter what you try to explain to me, I can never relate.
Failure, Omar. They're scared of failure because they're scared of failure. I'll tell you why they're scared of failure. They don't want world-class players because the expectation will grow. The expectation growing means that you then have a barometer to how the season has to go. If or when the club falls short of that expectation, then they have something tangible from people that don't support Arsenal and do support Arsenal to then hold the club back from. And they don't want that. They want the continuation of a project. This is why they accept the project. They accept the project because they want this long-term thing where they don't get clowned on social media. There's no expectation. We keep building. You can't. How else can you sit there and say during this whole process and tell us Sesko's someone that can build for the future? When there's been so many players, there's been so much evidence under this manager that we've had players that have left this club or gone out on loan, and other clubs have got more out of them. Nontava, they don't rate him. But how's what Lazio? How are they getting more out of Davaj than Arteta? Explain that one to me. How is Fulham getting more out of Emil Smith Rowe than Arteta? How is Nketiah lifting a trophy at Palace?
Yep.
Like, how are these things even happening, bro? They're scared of getting bantered. They're scared of they can. This fan base is the definition of you dish it out, you can't take it. They love to banter, but when the banter now turns onto this club, they want to deflect. And the best deflection is we're building. It's young. It's a young manager. It's a process. It's a project, and leaning on that. And this is why they're not pushing for world-class players. That was a facade to try and shut up people like myself that doesn't believe in this project. Oh yeah, Northside, wait till we get Champions League football. And now we've got there. Yeah, but it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, you know.
I judge him after 5 years. Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
Judge him
I
after
remember
5
that one.
years. That
Yeah,
is
I remember that
something,
one.
bro. Because you know me, Northside. I've been on YouTube for a very long time. See, I keep receipts. I follow all these people that say the same thing. 5 seasons is what they said. After his 5th season, we're gonna judge him. Well, guess what, bro? It's season number 5. It's season number 5. We're in 2025 now. This guy took over in 2019, late 2019. This is his 5th year. He's gone trophyless this season as well. But no, don't worry, guys. Champions League semifinals, bro. We beat Madrid 2 times in a row. Congratulations. We beat Barcelona beat Madrid 4 times this season. Why are you guys acting like this is some kind of special, amazing thing you just did? Yeah, congratulations. You beat Real Madrid. Guess what? Liverpool beat Real Madrid. AC Milan beat Real Madrid this season at the Bernabeu. Have you seen AC Milan this season?
PSG are easy, they told me, because we beat them in the group stages. That's what Hooks told
I already
me.
knew that was going to backfire. Backfire.
Listen, I said it myself. Listen, I told people, man, listen, this is why, it's funny, right? That Madrid win, I was watching your fans, because they were always here for some reason. Like these guys, they were happy to be here and be on your channel and start talking all kinds of like big talk, right? During that time.
Yeah, they were available then, didn't it? After we beat Robert.
Yeah, I was here. And you know what's funny, yeah? I was at home. I was sitting here watching these people, and I'm not joking when I say this, Northside. I was laughing my ass off because you know how I was laughing? Because I knew you were going to lose that game. But here's the thing, man. I knew winning that game against these guys, I knew winning that game was going to make your fans so big-headed for that semifinals. I said, yo, I've already seen it. You see, these guys think that because they've just beaten the mighty Real Madrid, that the PSG should be a walk in the park. Bro, PSG are one of the scariest teams in Europe, but they don't see it because they've just beaten Real Madrid. They don't realize this is a Madrid team that has been losing left, right, and center everywhere that they've been against every big club this season. Right? And I just sat there and I was like, oh, wow. This is gonna even be more. This is why, like, all these Arsenal fans, right? All these football fans, they are always like rubbing their hands because Arsenal fans do this to themselves. They will sit there, hype their club up to the moon. And then when the time comes and they lose, it's like, I'm actually curious now to see what these people are going to now say now that they've lost to PSG. Because they were talking the most. Every year. But this is the thing, Northside. It's gonna, like, nothing is gonna change, unfortunately, man. Nothing's gonna change because, brother, in order for a manager to be gone, the fans have to come together and say, hey, you know what, bro? 5 years, we've had enough. Like, what is this? Trust the bro. How many years am I supposed to sit here and trust the process? Like, bro, Sir Alex Ferguson's process didn't even last this long.
Yo, forget that. What about PSG fans? They were telling Neymar, get the F out the club, bruv. You know what I'm saying? That was a team, yeah? Yeah, they weren't successful in Europe. They're still winning trophies. Didn't they win like Ligue 1 for like 10 seasons in a row? Something stupid. I know Lille won a couple of domestic cups.
Yeah, Lille won, Monaco won, and Montpellier, some of those teams won. But it was very rare.
Look at what they've done for the club. Your club, bro, this is the same PSG fans here that saw their club have less titles, than a lot of French clubs. I think they had two League On titles before they got taken over.
Yep.
They eclipsed Saint Etienne.
Yes.
Saint Etienne had the most league titles in League On. Now they're second place, most league titles. People talk about Lyon, Marseille. No, Saint Etienne had the most league titles.
100%.
And the same ownership and a lot of the same players got booed out of that team because they said it's not good enough. The money that we spend, we should be winning Champions League. If PSG spend money and feel like they should be winning Champions League, my club is closing in on spending £1 billion. Should I not have the expectation that we can at least win the Premier League? Because I've never sat here and said it has to be Champions League because we have no history in that. So I could say, okay, cool. Let's just play devil's advocate. Let me just say, okay, cool. Put Champions League to the side. Well, we fucking got history in the Prem. We got history in the Prem. So why don't we do that then? We got history of lifting FA Cups. Lift me FA Cups. I'm not saying FA Cups alone would keep this manager in the job, but win me cups. So the competitions that we do have history in, why don't we win that? Because I tell you what, yeah.
You know why? No, sir. You know why, bro?
One more thing, yeah, quickly, yeah. Sporting, Porto, Benfica, it goes round in different cycles. It was mainly Porto, Benfica. But you know what? They know that they most of the time can't win the Europa. They can't win the Champions League. They win the league title. Before this drought, Benfica won 4 league titles in a row.
Yep.
Porto won a Europa League, won a Champions League, won league titles. Sporting now have gone on their run since Ruben Amorim winning title. He left, still one title. So why can't you still win your domestic cups? Why? Tell me why you can't win your domestic cups. Because we spend the money to Benfica. When in Portugal, Benfica spend the most money to be able to win. Guess who's the most decorated club there? Benfica. More cups than everybody else, more league titles than everybody else, and won the Champions League twice before anybody else in Portugal.
Yep. Broke the monopoly of Real Madrid.
This is what I mean, bro. I'm tired of it.
You see, no, sir, it's the perfect analogy that you used, isn't it? At the end of the day, these fans, and you know what's funny, right? Your fans, I'm sorry, no, sir, you have some of the most arrogant fans out there, bro. The way some of your fans just look down upon trophies when you guys haven't really won much, it's actually like embarrassing. It's not even fun. It's actually embarrassing. Like, seriously, it's like, you know what it is, no, sir? It's like that guy who's like in the club, right? Who can't pull any girl, but guess what, bro? When he sees the fat thing in there, he doesn't want to smash, because guess what? He only wants the 10 out of 10s. Brother, you don't have the facilities for that, big man. Seriously, bro. How are you going to be sitting here asking for choices when you're out of choices, bro? You're not exactly, flipping Brad Pitt over here, man. What are you on about? Like, seriously, you know what it is? Certain people, I'm not sitting here saying lower your expectations, but brother, if you've gone for as long as you have without, you know what I mean? I don't want to demonetize your channel, but you get my point. Right? Listen, man, if you are a guy, right, and you haven't smashed a thing for a while, bro, you listen, at some point, bro, listen, man, you just want to listen, man, sometimes you have to improvise, man. You can't always sit there and say, listen, I'm not doing anything until I get the 10 out of 10. You feel me? Yeah. with a lot of these Arsenal fans, bro, that's their problem, bro. Listen, man, they haven't had some in a long time, bro. It's like, brother, like, at what point, man? Like, you are sitting here saying League and Champions League, brother. Sometimes you have to be able to walk before you can run.
100%.
Do you understand what I mean, right? Do you think Liverpool just got up one day and just said, all right, boom, there's the Premier League title, boom, right there? No, absolutely not. We went for how do you think? Look at Barca season. We won 3 trophies this season. What is the first trophy we won this season? Spanish Super Cup. That's like the version of the Carabao Cup. But guess what? Arsenal fans, if they win the Carabao Cup is beneath us. Oh, we won the Copa del Rey. That's the Spanish FA Cup. Spanish FA Cup? Nah, that's not in our we won league titles. Guess what? We won the league as well. Guess what, brother? Winning all these trophies we won, winning that Spanish Super Cup before we even won that Spanish Super Cup, right? Because I want to give you guys a lesson for those of you guys who don't watch La Liga football, right? We around December were in a terrible losing streak. We had given up our place in the top of the table. We were second to Real Madrid. We went to the Spanish Super Cup in Saudi during that run, right? We went to that, played Athletic Bilbao in the first game, beat them 2-0, went to the final, played Real Madrid, beat them 5-1. This is the team that's currently top of the table. We battered them in the Spanish Super Cup. After we battered them north side, we went the whole of 2025 until like 2 weeks before the season was over, when we already secured the league, where we were unbeaten in the league. Unbeaten. We didn't lose a single game from January all the way to May. That's why we won the league. That's why we were able to pull ourselves clear. It's that win. Winning that first trophy. Yeah, 5-2. Sorry about that. You're right. 5-2. My bad. Right? We won that cup. And that cup gave the players the motivation they needed to now say, all right, listen, man. The first trophy in the bag. Right? Let's now go for the rest. Bro, we were 90 seconds away from a Champions League final. We were literally going for every single trophy north side all the way to May. All the way to May. Every single trophy, bro. This same team that went trophyless last season, bro, we're going for quadruple until May. We were in the Copa del Rey final, Champions League semi-final, and in a crunch game in the league. And we still managed to win 2 out of the 3 trophies. Like, this is the thing, man. At the end of the day, managers in Barcelona, even they understand that they don't have a lot of time. Because just like that, the fans can change their opinion. Does that make me big-headed because at the end of the day, I want the manager out? Brother, I am a fan. I've been a Barca fan for almost 20 years. Do you have any how many different managers I've seen in my lifetime? Managers come and go, players come and go. I'm still going to be here. Arsenal fans don't even realize, bro, all these guys you're talking about, Arteta, Saka, all these guys are gonna be gone at some point.
Look at the 2 clubs, yeah. Barca, they got Xavi. Look at what he's done for the club. Wins a league title, £1 billion in debt, selling off all their assets, maneuvering, struggling to sign players. Yeah, you guys took a while to get Olmo technically on the books because you had to, of course, around. Yeah, I'm saying, wins the league. Okay, goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Inzaghi,
bro, he quit. He walked out. Yeah?
Look at what
he walked out. No side. Don't forget.
He got them to how many didn't he get to them two Champions League finals? He took them
to a cup final, 2 Champions League finals, a league title, and guess what? They lost. The fans wanted them out. You saw Mo. What? Like, you just mentioned it on that show that day, by the way. I saw what you said. It's a fact. At the end of the day, this guy wanted the manager out. Brother, even before this Champions League final was over, I spoke to Mo on his channel. I said, Mo, I know you're not a big fan of Inzaghi right now, right? What does Inzaghi have to do this season for him to keep his job? He said he has to win the league and the Champions League. If he doesn't win those 2 trophies, I want him gone. He said this to me on stream, right? When they bottled the Italian Cup, and then they bottled the league, he said if he doesn't win the Champions, he didn't even talk about how they lose. He said they have to win the Champions League or else he's getting sacked. So even if they lost the game 1-0, he would have still wanted the manager gone. Do you understand what I mean? Right? And this is the guy who's brought him trophies, league titles, 2 Champions League finals. Like, imagine if Arteta brought you that, bro. People would be wanting this guy, statue of this guy, bro. Do you guys see the levels of this? This is what I'm saying. For me, people can say, oh, but Omar, you try to put Barca expectations on. No, I'm putting football fan expectations on your club. Like, you know what it is? Some of your fans, right? I feel like some of them have genuinely forgotten who they support. You are an Arsenal. You're Arsenal, big club Arsenal. Why is it that you can sit there and say, hey, listen, man, Arteta, I've given you 5 years. I've given you more time than I would give the regular manager, bro. I want you out. I don't care. I want to be out.
You know how bad it is, yeah? Even English fans, yeah? All my life, English fans were singing, it's coming, it's coming. Nowadays, you ask an England fan, you gonna watch England? Nah, fuck it, mate. Nah, I got better things to do. Even they've seen the light, bro. Even England fans have seen the light that this whole England is coming home. Yeah, look at him. He's in the fucking Lucozade advert. Yeah, look at him fucking, you know what I'm saying? Joe Hart with the head and shoulders. Even them, man, were like, you know what, yeah? Fuck the process, bro. These men are clowns. To their own nation. Our England fans seeing the light, saying, yo, I'm not gassing up this England team because every
by the way, no side. I just saw the Portuguese lineup. You're not gonna like the lineup if you see it.
Bro, you know what?
You're not gonna like it, bro.
Yeah. Let's keep it on transfer.
Yeah, You're gonna get no side mad.
You know
I'm not. I just saw it now. That's why I had to say something.
What did Jake say to Kendrick? I was really just trying to keep it PG. You know I'm telling you.
This comment, by the way, this from Mr. Battle Red. Listen, man, one of these days I want to talk to Egal because I want to know if he's a Raptors fan, right?
Oh, he is. He is.
Yeah.
He's
So,
actually
so
a
let me
Raptors fan.
let me drop some knowledge on him, basketball knowledge, right? Since he was a Raptors fan. When the Raptors had Dwayne Casey, right? When they had DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry,
Yep.
they were always like first seed or second seed. They were battling the Cleveland Cavaliers, but they could never beat LeBron James.
Yep.
They fired him. They got Kawhi Leonard. What did they do?
They went on
Got
to win the championship.
their first ever
Yep.
championship.
Yep.
So, Igal, if you're a Raptors fan and if you're listening, why do you do this wizardry or whatever it is for the super duper Mick?
Devante, but Golden State had their best players out in that finals.
No.
Yeah, bro. No, we know, man. Excuses.
That's funny because they still took it to game six, and I remember I watched that game.
I
Klay
do,
Thompson
I
was
do,
on
because I'm a
fire.
basketball fan too. So.
Yes, Klay Thompson was on fire. They could have won that game until he got injured, but they still.
KD also was injured in the first the first game.
And
So
speaking
at the
about,
end of the sixth game, it was only Curry who was the only one that was fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Alongside Draymond.
I
But
remember that.
but I get your point. Yeah, bro, I think I remember one time Lee Gunner was even saying something about the hockey team that what's his name. Do you remember Northside? Do you remember Northside last season or the season before when you guys were challenging for the league and around the tail end of the season it was Tottenham versus City, and then you had Arsenal fans Northside, your fan base sat there and they said not London forever, bro. And then remember when Lee gonna put what's his name a guy on the spot on the show, he said to him the team that he supports in hockey, because this guy is Canadian, so he has a hockey team. He told him, okay, bro, who are the biggest rivals to the team that you support? I forgot the team he supports, right? He said this team. He said, okay, well, if you had a game and you knew during the hockey season, right, your rivals needed to beat your current team title winning rivals, would you support those rivals? He said, hell no. He said, then why are you telling me to support Tottenham? All of a sudden, bro, it's like levels to this. It's like, whoa. You are a diehard. That team he supports is his hometown team, right? He's a diehard supporter of that team. He said he would never support his rivals, even if they were going to help him win the trophy. But he's sitting there saying, not London forever. Bro, I'm just sitting there.
The thing is, Omar, as well, like the reason that people were supporting Tottenham is because Arsenal didn't do their job. We had the chance to have the league in our own hands if we would have beaten Aston Villa, but we fumbled it. A bit of pressure, at home as well. At Villa side, we should be beaten. We lose 2-0. Now we've got to rely on our biggest rivals to do us favors. Like, this is always the case, bro. Like, Arsenal always relying on someone else dropping off or someone else winning a game. They can't do the things themselves. And this is the frustration, obviously, Arsenal fans have in terms of, obviously, every single season, it's the same old thing. We're hoping that Man City drop off. This season, we're hoping Liverpool drop off, so potentially we can catch them. What about what we're doing? Why can't we assemble a top level team in terms of our attack, in terms of our midfield, in terms of our manager? Like, why can't we assemble that? And then we're not having to worry about what other teams are doing because we're the best. That's what it used to be back in the day, man. Invincible season, we had the best team. There was no debate. We were looking at what Man United were doing, who they were buying. We didn't care. We had Thierry, bro. We had all these star players. We were going to slap them all either way. And this is where we need to get back to. This is where a lot of fans have lost sight. Like, this is what we used to be. This is what we need to get back to as soon as possible. That's the standards. That's the levels. I remember 2003. We won the FA Cup, beat Southampton. We were all disappointed. We won a trophy, finished second. Disappointment because we didn't win the league. We should have won the league that year. We should have done the double-double. That's the levels. That's the difference from that kind of era, that kind of standards, to now where everyone's happy just finishing second with no trophy. It's crazy, bro. It's absolutely crazy, man.
That will never happen because if they had that ambition, then Arteta would have been fired after the Champions League semifinals against PSG. He would have been fired because,
bro, he would have been fired at the end of the season, bro. No one would have been sitting here talking about players linked, bro. I'm telling you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, bro. How is it that Real Madrid have went from winning a double last season with Ancelotti to this season going trophyless and saying, "Aye, bro, pack up." Bro, just sitting there like, you guys hearing this? This is a guy who won them the double last season. And they are sacking him this season. But no. It's different expectations. Okay. All right, no problem. See, You sit here, keep trusting the process. And this is the thing with me, right? I don't care what anyone says, because a lot of these Arsenal fans don't like me. I don't care. I really don't care, bro. At the end of the day, I'm not an Arsenal fan. Okay, bro? Whether your club makes it or not, really, I don't lose sleep over it. I just have a lot of Arsenal friends, right? Who some friends of mine who are Arsenal fans, and the real ones, the real Arsenal fans, right? And those are the guys I feel bad for, because they are the guys that are still going to be here supporting this team despite every season being let down. I don't still feel sorry for 95% of your fan base, because they are the ones that accept this. If a club has aspirations and ambitions, the club itself, ambitions and aspirations go up as well. You understand what I mean, right? At a club like Real Madrid, the reason they had to get rid of Ancelotti is because the fans didn't want Ancelotti there anymore. Will, it's no side. You know Dave. You know Dave. You know Dave's opinion. You know Sam. You know Sam's opinion on the Ancelotti thing. You know, I know Will, Football Carnage. I also know that he wanted the manager to go. Every Madrid fan I've spoken to have told me that they wanted Ancelotti go. It was a unison. Everyone, even the most positive Real Madrid fan, even they accepted that they needed to let Ancelotti go. They were literally begging for Ancelotti to take the Brazil job. Do you understand what I mean? Even the most positive Madrid fan was sitting there saying, yeah, I'm going to be real, man. If we need to move forward, we need a new manager. Ancelotti, we appreciate you. 2 Champions League, 2 league titles, man. Listen, man. Thank you for the great memories. But we have to go.
But the only club, this fan base here, limits itself. You're right. They limit themselves because they make it seem like the impossible can't be possible. Like we haven't seen Luton with the smallest budget in the Championship come up to the Prem. How's that possible? They got the smallest budget. Smallest budget in the Championship, they came up. I know now they're going through hard times, but how did they do that? Brentford, the man know where Brentford were a couple of seasons ago, a couple of years ago, where this club was. Do you know where this club was? Do you know what I'm saying? And look at how they've got to the Prem. How have they been able to do that with limited funds? Brighton ain't a football town. Bournemouth. Do you know where Bournemouth? I've seen a documentary about Bournemouth. Yeah, was it Harry Redknapp that was there at the start of his managerial career, and he was talking about how they would go to play in like league. I think they were in League 2 or something, and how nobody even knew who they were. People didn't even know. People that would visit Bournemouth, didn't even know they had a football club. I think they almost went down. There was a time where Crystal Palace almost went into administration as well. They almost went down as well. How's this club?
Yeah. That is true. In the early 2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s. The fans went outside of the bank, and protested. Do you know what I'm saying? Loads of clubs here that were on the brink of liquidation or not existing anymore. How have they been able to achieve or overachieve due to the money spent and the size of the club? This is the only club that sit here and says, it's not possible. We can't compete. We can't do this. We can't do that. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I've seen Portsmouth win the flipping FA Cup. We've now seen Crystal Palace win an FA Cup. I thought nobody can beat Pep. And you can't talk. Ain't nobody going to tell me about oil money. They got a great fan base, but I can't talk to me about oil money. We've seen Leicester win the league and then go win the FA Cup. And guess what? They may be in disarray, but they've won major honours more recently than Arsenal. That's the embarrassment about it. What are we sitting here and excusing and making excuses for? This is pathetic. Do man know where Aston Villa was a couple of years ago as well? Like, bro, it's a joke. These men were languishing in the Championship. These men got rid of a manager that almost brought them back down to the Championship, got a manager, and all of a sudden, these men in Europe. Them man actually almost beat PSG this year as well. Let's not forget that.
Who?
They actually put up a better fight than Arsenal. Because I see Arsenal.
Right? Are we talking about Villa here?
Today.
Yeah.
They've been quiet now on Unai Emery. Who was the team that actually almost knocked out PSG? Aston Villa, bro.
Yep.
They had genuine opportunities to.
Bro, they were 1 goal away, Northside. 1 goal away from tying.
Liverpool as well. Liverpool had a chance too.
No, but Liverpool, we understand.
Yeah.
But Villa showed more fight. But Villa, let's be real, Villa showed a more fight than Arsenal ever did against PSG. Aston Villa were 1 goal away from tying the aggregate. 1.
Yeah, you see, they don't want to talk about that because I saw Top Goonies talking about, oh yeah, but look at you see, Inter Inter didn't know how to play against PSG. We actually played better than them. Yeah, and Aston Villa played better than us. So hold that. Hold that. Because we were not in that game, yeah, in that tie over both legs. Both legs we were not in the tie.
Nope.
They were comfortable. But Villa, unlucky, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? What, a Villa team that spend less? A Villa team that has a manager that you man clown? A Villa team, yeah, that doesn't spend the money. How are they able to compete? How are they able to compete? But you see, this fan base won't talk about that. They'll talk about, oh, but Inter got slapped up 5-0. These men are embarrassing, bro. They only bring up the facts that suit their stupid delusional argument. I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm not hearing any of it, bro. Look at what Unai Emery can do, yeah. Less money spent than Arteta. Look at what he's able to do. This is why I told man, yeah, if he was given the reins to build this team the way he wanted to build this team, and the money and the time given, we would have at least won 2 trophies. At least, bro. At least. And when we was in Europa League, man would have at least won one of them, bro. With the backing this manager's had. Complete backing, yeah? Come on, bro. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. These men will never talk about it, bro. They'll never talk about it because it exposes how shit Arteta is, bro. Has Unai Emery got all of his pieces? Has he got all of his players, bro? Does any Arsenal fan rate John McGinn? I think he's a decent player, but do you want him on Arsenal? Most of them would say they don't want him.
For the bench, yeah. For the bench, yeah.
It's the
You know
same
what I'm
thing,
saying?
Arsenal.
I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm tired of the excuses,
bro. It never made sense to me, man. It really doesn't, because you know what's funny about your kind of Arsenal team, right? This Arsenal team is not far away. That's the saddest thing. They're not far away. And this is what a lot of these Arsenal fans, and this is how you know, a lot of these Arsenal fans are not experienced with winning. That's what it is. I said before, some of these Arsenal fans are not experienced winners, bro. They don't know what it's like to win. They were not there to see Arsenal compete. I'm gonna be dead serious with you, know what I'm saying? People can say this, oh, I've been an Arsenal fan for 15 years. I've been an Arsenal fan for over 20 years. Bro, you haven't won a league title for over 21. Okay? They are Arsenal. I'm talking about the Arsenal fans who've been Arsenal fans since 25, 30 years, right? Who've actually witnessed the good times, the really, really, really good times. The title challenging team, the team that was winning league titles, going invincibles, winning leagues at Old Trafford, at Tottenham, all of these teams, right? These teams that were in the Champions League final, they don't know those teams. They only know the history. They did not remember these teams. They don't remember how these teams were built. They didn't understand how the expectations were at that time as an Arsenal fan. What Arsenal fans were, when you sit in here, Arsenal fans saying touch the process. Back then, Arsenal fans were saying, bro, this is it, we're going to win the league. And if we don't win the league, it's a disappointing season. That was a time.
Know how hard, yeah, it was as an Arsenal fan growing up in the 90s, yeah, and when I'm in like 07, 08, my granddad and my uncle telling me, yo, your club is going down. I'm like, I can't believe it. I don't want to accept it. I was so used to, man went invincible. Man went to the Champions League final.
2 years earlier, yeah.
We didn't get embarrassed in that final. We held our own. Unlucky. People may talk about the referee decision. No here, no there. We had a team that was good enough to get to the Champions League final. We had a manager that's what I've seen him lift us 3 Premier League titles, do league doubles. You think in 07, 08, yeah, I'm arguing against my grandparents, bro, and talking like, I'm like, nah, bro, like, we'll be back, bro, like, because that's all I've seen. I haven't seen dominance. I'm not going to go as far to say dominance because we never won it back to back. But I'm like, no, we'll be back. It ain't going to be much longer. We'll be back. Imagine how much it would take, yeah, seeing your team not dominate, but every couple of years win the league, win a major honor, then get to the Champions League final, get so close in the final. You know what I'm saying? Along the way, beat Real Madrid, and you're thinking, yo, like, this manager's been here before. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the manager's won major honors. A lot of the players have won major honors. There's actual reason for me to believe and say, no, like, things will sort itself out. Like, do you know what I'm saying? This is Arsenal. Like, this is all I've seen. Like, cool. Like, we don't win it every year, but we'll be back. And then it felt like it, bro. It took a long time for me to accept that, yo, this is no, Wenger, you're taking.
No, yeah, the reality hit. Yeah, I hear.
Yeah, it took a while, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the same with Man United, even more with Man United, because they're a bigger club and they did dominate. And I saw their domination and everything that they won. Yeah. It took a long while for a lot of the older Man United fans to start saying, nah, this this club's moving like dickheads because they were so used to being at the top consistently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, see, this is why a lot of Arsenal fans wonder why they're always being bantered by other football clubs. Bro, it's because people look at your club and say, well, this is a big club, but it's not moving like a big club. Bro, at the end of the day, this happens to every single club in the world. Don't get it twisted. Even United fans are having to deal with that now. Now they're being the ones that everyone is laughing at. Now they're laughing at them because of anything. They're laughing at them because they know what they were to what they are now. You understand what I mean, right? And the thing with Arsenal is, it's funnier with Arsenal because Arsenal are technically in a better place than United. That is true. But here's the thing, bro. Even in being in a better place, you're still not winning trophies. How is United, who are in a worse position than you, still winning trophies over you? Of course, this is why people laugh at you. And when you have Arsenal fans sit there, right, continue to laugh, right, at other clubs, and when they're asked about Arsenal, they're sitting there saying things like, but you know, we need players in these players. But we had injuries. But this and this. But this and this. And they sit there and wonder, why is everyone always laughing at us? Why is everyone always obsessed with us? Because you guys put yourselves in the position. No one would laugh at Arsenal if Arsenal were winning trophies. It's the same thing. It is the same thing. How are you guys going to let a Barcelona team that have been in £1 billion debt 5 years ago go on to win 2 league titles, right? Reach a Champions League semifinals? Like, here's the funny thing. This is the first time they're in the Champions League semifinals now, since 2009. This Arsenal team, right? Guess what? So did Barcelona. We reached a Champions League semifinal for the first time in 5 years. Look at the team we had. But don't worry, Northside. You lost to the champions. Look at what PSG did to Inter Milan in the final. Bro, who cares? Who cares? You lost 2 games against this team. 2. You lost both games. Even Villa were able to beat these guys in one of the legs. You couldn't even do that. But you want to sit here and try to be bro, this is what I mean. Certain fans, I'm not listening. I don't even tolerate their BS. I don't even tolerate it. Because I'm just like, you know what it is, yeah? You keep living in your fantasy world and keep lying to yourself, deluding yourself, right? And telling yourselves that things are going to be fine. Brother, I can tell you unlike many of you guys, I live in reality. You understand what I mean, right? The reason why as a Barca fan, I speak differently from a lot of Barca fans is because I can't delude and lie to myself and say everything is going to be rosy, beautiful, amazing next season, just like it was this season. I've said it before. If Barcelona don't go out in the transfer window and actually buy players in some of the holes in their team, bro, we're not going to play as well as we did this season. But I'm negative. No, I'm realistic. Because this is Hansi Flick's first season, and a lot of teams didn't know how to play against Hansi Flick's team. Teams are going to understand how to play against Hansi Flick next season. So we need to make sure we fix our holes next season in the team.
The defense.
This is the point. But see, because I live in that kind of because Northside, I live in reality, and this is the thing, Northside. You are well aware and you're awake to everything that is happening at your club. That's why, no matter where you are, you always echo the same thing, and people will always call you negative. Guess what? You will still sit there and say the same thing again and again and again and again. And it's funny because you sit there and say, "Well, prove me wrong." That's all. This is why a lot of these Arsenal fans don't like you, Northside, because you say what you say and you say, well, listen, man, I dare this team to prove me wrong. I'm gonna say everything I'm saying now, and I want this team to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. And then the season goes, no trophies once again. But guess what, Northside? When you sit there and say, well, listen, I told you guys to prove me wrong. Why haven't the club proved me wrong yet? This Northside guy, he's so negative. All he wants is views. That's why he's doing what he's doing. You're not answering my question. I asked you, where is your manager to prove me wrong? That's what I asked you. You're being negative. No, you're not answering my question. Answer the question. At what point is your manager going to prove me wrong? I've been here 5 years saying the same thing. And you
Just
see,
back
this
it,
is the
bro.
thing.
Just
Those
back
these guys are the loudest people in the room. I swear to God, the way some of these same people that were calling you out, right? I swear to God, I saw it when you sat there and said Madrid would batter you guys and you batter Madrid. Bro, the way these Arsenal fans all of a sudden out of nowhere had so much chess. I saw all these guys just floundering around on Northside's channel. For some reason, Northside's channel was like the place to be. Every one of these people just thought, all of these people just decided we're all gonna flood the Northside stream
Yeah, because
just to
they're
remind
coming
him
with
that
that.
he was wrong.
What you're saying now, but this is the thing, yeah. Those people ain't returned because what are they saying now to me? Because I showed humility. I was like, okay, I said we ain't gonna beat Real Madrid. No problem. Yeah, I'm saying I got that wrong. But am I gonna be wrong about us winning the Champions League? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's always got something negative to say. Look at this guy. And we didn't win it. Now those same people, I don't see them. I don't see those keyboard warriors in my chat no more. I don't see them, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe they're gone to Butlins. Maybe they're gone to Brighton or something. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're gone vacation. I don't know. They're busy now. They're busy. So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Before we wrap up, because I do have to set up the Portugal versus Germany watch along, which you guys are invited. If you
You know what, no, sir, if you don't mind, because I just put it in the chat. Let's do a dual stream because I'm actually I wanted to do a watch along too, so we can kind of just connect us.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. I'll send you the link. But nah, man. Listen, Omar, quickly. Let's move on off of Arsenal for a bit. Let's end the show on Barcelona. Now, you guys need to strengthen your defense. You've constantly spoken about Yamal needing rotation. That you're going to burn him into the ground. Who are you linked to? Who's Barca linked to?
So good news, Barcelona have officially signed the goalkeeper, alhamdulillah. Joan Garcia, the Espanol. Joan Garcia is basically almost signed, sealed, and delivered. I saw the here we go from Fabricio. I'm happy about that. I'm over the moon because I'm gonna be real, man. First of all, shout out to Chesney, man, former Arsenal man, goalkeeper, right? You know, at the end of the day, the guy came in from retirement, came back with the weed, right? Sitting there smoking, right? And then guess what, bro? Making 25 saves against Benfica in the Champions League round of 32, round of 16, my bad, right? After that, taking the weed and smoking, bro, saying, listen, man, light work, no reaction. You feel me, right? Shout out to my guy Chesney, right? But this is the thing. We know Chesney is not going to last for too long. This guy's on vacation right now, man. He's retired. He already left football. He decided to come back because, you know, at the end of the day, who can reject Barcelona? You understand what I mean, right? So, you know, he's just sitting there like, listen, listen, man, if you need me to play, I'll play. If you don't want me to play, I'll just be a numbers in the bench. It doesn't matter, man. I'm just happy to just be here, right? Ter Stegen, bro. This guy came back from injury and just continued in the form that he was in before his injury. I mean, at this point now, sir, I've gotten to a point now. I'm like, brother, I usually give players time, but dude, I saw an AD. Like, did you see I think I told you this now, sir. Did you see that he was trending on Twitter, bro?
He was trending.
Yes, he was trending. Just taken out. You see, this is the thing now, sir. Yeah, this is things you will never see at Arsenal, right? A player fans wanting to play out so bad, he's trending on Twitter because the fans are saying, player out. Right? Play out. Like Havertz out. You will never see Havertz out trend on Twitter, bro. Because that's negative. That is negative. We did Ter Stegen out. You had all these media people, especially from all the every media apart from Spain, was sitting there saying these Barca fans are spoiled. Excuse me? What are you on about? No, we have standards. And this guy has not been playing well for seasons. Not a season, seasons. You understand what I mean, right? We've been patient, and guess what? He came back from injury and continued in the same terrible form that he was in. That's why we said, you know what, bro? No, sir. We did Ter Stegen out. He started trending on Twitter, and when we got linked to a goalkeeper, the moment he was trending. Do you see what I'm talking about when it comes to fans' power? To all the people in the chat, big up to all you guys. Smash the likes. When I say fans' power, this is what I mean. This guy was trending on Twitter because the whole Barca fan base were in unison saying we want him out. I wasn't one of the people that was putting it out there, but I made it clear on my channel I wanted this guy out. Some fans, they said, now we're going to take this into our own hands. They said, yo, screw all of this. We want this guy gone now. Get me a new goalkeeper now. Guess what, bro? He started trending on Twitter. Within 2 days, we were linked to Joan Garcia. Today is Wednesday. It's been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. We've just signed a new keeper. Do you guys see the difference? Barca fans don't play. When we want something, bro, we will all together come together and say, hey, this has to be done. It has to be done now. I talked about this on my channel. I was there with my boy Jonas, who's a Barca fan too. He was sitting there saying, well, who cares? People saying that we went too far. Bro, who cares? We wanted this guy out. We wanted a new keeper. See, we're not like a lot of these people that trust the process and give these players time. Nah, you got time. You've been here for 10 years. Bro, I saw somebody knows I put a video. And you know why these things are trending? Somebody knows that on Twitter put an 83-minute video. 83 minutes no side. 83. I have the. You know what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna send it to you. I think I have. Was it? I think Yasser was the. No. I have it no side, right? I'm gonna send it to you. 83-minute video of Ter Stegen mistakes. 83 minutes. Over an hour 30 minutes, bro, of just this brother making mistakes, right? And guess what, bro? We've just signed a new keeper, just like that. Here we are now. We've been linked to guys like Rashford and all these guys. Listen to me. I'm gonna be very real. I am not interested in the Rashford deal. The only deal I'm even considering is a loan deal with an option to buy. Because if he gets loaned and he stinks, we can return him back to Manchester United. If he proves that, and he can do it in the Spanish league, hey, you know what? All good, man. We'll buy him, right? Martinelli is another one who's been linked recently. And this is what I mean. This is what I'm telling you. This Deco guy, he doesn't realize. Barca fans have been very, very quiet when it comes to Deco. Not me, because I've made it clear what I think of this guy. Yeah? But you will see it soon, Northside. All these terrible bums that we've been linked to, right? And all these bums that this guy has signed in the past since he's been here. Barca fans are keeping record of this. We're keeping record of all of this. Because when the time comes that we start piling up all of the bums that this guy has been signing, bro, when the fans finally react on Deco, trust me, he's going to quit. because Barca fans, we are very quiet. We are quiet. And then guess what? When you think you're safe, we all in unison come together and say, nah, F off. Every one of us. Right? So, for me, I wouldn't take Rashford. As far as the wingers you mentioned, right? You're right. Barcelona are looking at wingers. Now, Luis Diaz is the primary target, right? Luis Diaz is like the one that Barcelona want. Now, but the thing with Luis Diaz is he's been linked to Saudi as well. And this is the thing, bro. His girl recently, because I was on Kopish this a few days ago, right? With Cal. And he was basically showing me like the tweet, because everyone was just talking about the tweet. Everyone was like, but look, Luis Diaz he's doing a goodbye tweet and all of these stuff. You understand what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And I saw the tweet. It sounded like he was kind of, being happy about the season and everything else. But in the end, his wife or his partner, his missus, right? He was more vocal. He was more clear. He basically made it sound like, yeah, they're out of here. Because he was sitting there talking about, my family, ever since we came here, we've been given all this love. You never walk alone, all this. I'm like, wow, this sounds like a goodbye message. Now, if it is a goodbye message, obviously, would I want him at Barca? Yeah, I think that Barcelona should sign him. However, we've been linked to what, 80 million for 28-year-old? Nah, man. Nah, I've said it before. I'm not going anything beyond 60 when it comes to Luis Diaz. Nothing above 60 for me, sir. Right? But Saudi also, bro, they got the mullah though. And that's the thing. They have the money. And the thing with South Americans, as you know, sir, South Americans, bro, when you put that money, dude, when they offer him that bag, bro, hey, listen, man, he may want to go to Barcelona, bro. All that, what's his name? Al Nasser have to do is to put that bag, bro. Put it in front of his. This guy's from Colombia, bro. This guy's from the streets of Colombia, bro. Imagine giving him money that can set his next generations good for the rest of their lives, bro. That's kind of money that Barcelona can offer him. So that's why I'm worried about this deal, to be honest, right? Because they can offer him the money that we cannot, and that worries me. I don't know why we're not going in for Nico Williams anymore. I don't understand it. Leao, thank God we're not linked to Leao anymore. Forget about that. Thank God, right? But Ademola Lookman is another one who I might, bring in, right? At the end of the day, option out there. Exactly. And you know what's funny? No, side. That's another guy who's currently available. You're being linked to Semenyo. Guess what, bro? Lookman is currently available for 35 million.
Market opportunity, bro. Nah, it's crazy, man. Nah, big up, man. Listen, your club moves different, bro. Your club, you already know your club's different, bro. Your club is it's just built different. Devante, you know what I'm saying? Big up to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Both channels are in the title of the show. Make sure you subscribe to both and to Chanzo Sports as well. Your final thoughts, bro, before we wrap up.
Well, my final thoughts is I'm just gonna start with Barca. Barca are making moves, and you can tell they're serious. I saw that they're staking out shit. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, 'cause I wanted that guy out there as well because that guy is horrible, bro. That guy he's one of those goalkeepers, man. That what I find funny about Ter Stegen is right that he never had competition after that season where they went to trouble with MSN. They had Claudio Bravo.
Yeah, he had Claudio Bravo, and then he left. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he was actually good, Claudio Bravo.
You know what's funny? Jasper Cillessen was there because remember we said Jasper Cillessen from Ajax.
Oh yeah, but he's not that good. I never rated him, bro. But yeah, finally they got a solid goalkeeper, Juan Garcia, which Arsenal also chased, by the way.
Yes.
But too bad for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal, y'all got no pull like Barca. So yeah, the end of Ter Stegen, I'm happy for Barca, man. They also need to strengthen the defense. Arsenal, I'm just gonna shave my head because we already know what it is. And Ajax is too busy trying to recreate Jurassic Park now. We're getting all these dinosaurs back like Tadic and Blint and all the old people. We're gonna be the slowest team, bro. We're gonna be so slow.
What happened to your club, man? Like, what happened to your academy? What happened to all of that? Like, the thing they used to make Ajax what it was the academy. Now you just, Jesus Christ, what's happened to your club, man?
It's just the same as Arsenal. You get like people in like the board direction, all this stuff, and then they're gonna fuck it all up from top to bottom. But one thing is for sure, just like Barca fans, we Ajax fans, if enough is enough, you're gonna see it.
Do you remember when you got to find the relegation, bro? Oh my God. That is something you will never see at Arsenal, no side. The fans actually ganging up and invading the stadium, bro. I saw that. That looked like I'm not gonna lie. That
if we had enough, we're gonna wreck shit. So like, and it was already not a popular decision that Farioli was leaving us after he bottled saying that the title again to PSV. And the fans were like, oh yeah, that motherfucker, the sporting director Alex Cruz, he was like, oh, that motherfucker out. So he's on thin ice. And also the new manager that we got, right, Buck Teeth, John Heitinga, he's also on thin ice because he was here before and he failed already. So I'm not hopeful. I hope we're gonna get back to being ice again and not some Timu Arsenal. You know, I'm not in the mood for that, to see both clubs like Arsenal, Ajax, be a circus. Meanwhile, Barcelona is doing what I know them to do for years with under Ronaldinho and Messi, and just winning and entertaining me. Because the golden child, Lamine Yamal, that's the player for me, man. That's a player that's going to be dominating football for a while. It's going to be between him or Doué.
Doué is another one for sure, man.
Yeah, but Yamal is a little bit ahead of him because I feel like Yamal got more in his arsenal, meaning like his passing, his playmaking is better than Doué's. You know.
No, I hear that, man. I hear that. Listen, big up Devante and Omar. We're going to redirect to the Portugal versus Germany semi-finals of the Nations League final. So yeah, man, big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you're subscribing to Omar BYT. The link is in the title. Make sure you're subscribing to Devante as well. His channel's in the title. And Chanzo Sports as well. Make sure you're subscribing to him as well. We're going to redirect them. We're going to go live straight away. Omar, I'll send you the link. And yeah, man, anyone that wants to jump on, as long as your camera and your mic is on, you're able to join. I will be putting the link out in the chat. So big up to everyone that's locked in. And yeah, man, Forza Portugal. Let's go, man. Martinez.
Ronaldo in the attack.